Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me first of all welcome and thank all of you for your attendance. In particular, I would like to thank the Ambassador and the Minister of State of Uganda, the representatives of the Ministry of Agriculture of Senegal and Zambia, and of course, I would like also to thank Dr. Isamu Waziz, who is our reference partner for Egypt. I would like to thank Mimola Cerignola, whom I would like to really thank for his cooperation, and Ambassador Platzer, who is here with us today. Well, let me say how happy and pleased we are in carrying out cooperation activities as the one that is going to be discussed, illustrated in detail this afternoon. For us, Italian manufacturers, cooperations, partnerships like this one are very useful because in this way we can exploit our skills, our competencies in the field of agricultural mechanization, so we can better exploit our know-how and experience, the skills that we have accumulated in the last few years, so that we can better meet the needs of farmers and people all over the world, in the south and in the north of the planet. We Italian agricultural machine manufacturers are probably the ones that have developed the widest range of machines, because our production had to adapt to the very diverse conditions here in Italy. Northern Italy is certainly very different from southern Italy. The Alps are different from Sicily. So Italian needs in terms of farming are very diverse, and the machines we produce are very different. I think that you've had a clear idea of this in visiting EIMA. And Italian manufacturers are able to construct, to produce very sophisticated but also very simple machinery based on the needs of the final users. But I don't want to take too much of your time, so I give immediately the floor to my friend Mimola Cerignola for his presentation. Yes, thank you very much. Let me join you in thanking the State Minister of Uganda and Her Excellency the Ambassador and the representatives of Mozambique, Zambia and Senegal. Let me also thank the representatives of the Italian cooperation system and the representatives of the Egyptian Agricultural Research Center and the Egyptian Agricultural Ministry. It's an honor for us to illustrate this project, which is very innovative from the institutional architecture point of view and from the implementation point of view. This project, which we are going to illustrate, is definitely very repeatable. It is a format that can be replicated in many other countries. It will be carried out, it will be developed in Egypt starting from tomorrow, but it could be repeated in Zambia, in Mozambique, in Senegal. It's a format that we have developed, and we think that it can be easily transferred to other countries. So it's an example of a good practice that can benefit the receiving countries very much. What is this? Actually, we have an experience in cooperation in the agricultural and food sector by means of training, cooperation, and dissemination of knowledge. But we think that knowledge has to be very much adapted to needs, and this is what we've done with Egypt. We have listened to our Egyptian partners in order to have a better knowledge of the local needs in this country. Then, with the support of the Italian cooperation system, we have developed a set of tools that can be very useful. This project in particular is a blend, a mixture of private and public structures at an international level. We've got the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and I would like to thank the Italian representatives in Cairo, and of course the representatives of the Agricultural Research Center. In particular, let me welcome Dr. Issam Wasif, who will illustrate the project in detail. But what are we? Who are we? We are an implementation agency. We are supposed to develop and promote implementation of a project starting from the needs of Egypt. So technologies will be adapted to the needs of this country, and of course this will involve mechanization in the farming sector. This project is one of the many projects that we have developed in this country and in this part of the world. Let me say that this project is the result of international institutions, national institutions, ministries, representatives of research centers, in this case of Egyptian research centers. But I don't want to go too much in details because I've got Dr. Platzer and Dr. Wasif who will go into details. But let me repeat this once again. It's basically the pooling of different skills, different competences. So it's a modular project that will adapt to the needs of several areas in Egypt. It's an adaptable, a customizable project. And for this, we have to thank UNACOMA. We have developed a cooperation agreement with UNACOMA for the last 10 years. And therefore, Italian manufacturers that are members of UNACOMA will sell machines, will sell farming machinery, but will also assist the final users in terms of use. So the Italian manufacturers will help train Egyptian users, because otherwise just selling machine would be useless. Thanks to the cooperation of Italian and Egyptian institutions and Italian manufacturers, and thanks to their willingness to train the final users, we can better fulfill the needs of farmers. In this way, a virtuous cycle of knowledge and of practical actions can be built. This is our ambition. It's a sort of institutional engineering which we have created, which is strategic for our own organization, but also for the transfer of Italian knowledge and Italian skills and machines, thanks to the support of UNACOMA. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On my behalf, thanks to Feder UNACOMA and Massimo Goldoni, I would like to thank Mr. Mimmo Lacirignola, and I would like to thank my colleague from the Agriculture Ministry in Egypt, and I would like also to join the others in welcoming the Ugandan delegations, the Zambian and the Senegal representatives. This meeting is an important opportunity to talk about Egypt and the Italian cooperation in Egypt. The Italian cooperation has always been working in Egypt. The Italian cooperation system has always been working in Egypt in several sectors, mostly in the farming business, but also in the social field, in the cultural heritage field, in the environment field. So there are many initiatives, but agriculture and rural development play a priority role. We have farming activities, agricultural activities, which are worth 50 million euros. And some of these are going to be launched soon. And one of these is the one that we are going to illustrate today. This is a program that we have devised, we have designed together with CHAM in Bari. With Bari, we have developed a strategic partnership in Egypt because we aim to support agricultural mechanization in Egypt. We could see that agricultural mechanization is important to ensure development of farming, and so we decided to start with our colleagues of the Egyptian Agriculture Ministry and design an ad hoc program. We immediately realized that it was necessary to go beyond the classical approach of these types of programs. We realized that we needed to have a new and innovative approach that could consider several aspects, the whole cycle of knowledge. So rather than just supplying machines or equipment or machinery, we want to have a more systemic approach, and working with the Egyptian ministry and with local authorities in Egypt, we could see that it was necessary to create a knowledge virtuous cycle. And the key words for us were innovation, technological innovation, sustainability, participation, and sharing of knowledge. And so the idea was that of helps of working so that modernization by means of mechanization is promoted through knowledge, which means that it is promoted through sustainability. So what came out is a program which involves a supply of machines and for 10 million euros, but also some technical training and managerial support. So in this way it was possible to to expand the partnership, and here Federunacoma played a fundamental role because in this way we were able to exploit the competencies we have in Italy. Certainly in Italy we have achieved a very good level of quality in terms of agricultural mechanization, and so this program is innovative in that it can become a model, a new best practice, something that can be followed by others in the future as well. Of course, there are some difficulties and obstacles. Time is required, efforts are required, but we think that the efforts in the end will pay back because the results will be sustainable in the longer term. So all the innovations that are given in terms of agricultural machinery can have a favorable repercussions in terms of rural development of the host country, of the recipient country. Before giving the floor to my colleague Dr. Issam Wasif, who will give some details about Egypt, I would like to tell you that this initiative will take place in two areas of Egypt, Minya and Falloum. And these are two areas where the Italian cooperation has already worked with other programs. So the idea is that of creating a virtuous cycle of partnership and synergy. And this is the spirit which is driving us in this partnership with CHAM and Federuna Coma, with the overall aim of benefiting our partner countries, in this case Egypt, but the same principle would apply to all other countries where Italian cooperatives work. For example, I have worked for 4 years in Senegal, so I know that country fairly well. Okay, I think that this is it for me. I thank you for your attention, and I give the floor to my colleague.
First, I say welcome everybody. Welcome State Ministry, Ambassador Uganda, representative of Ministry of Agriculture, Mozambique and Senegal, Consul Zambia, Ambassador in Italy. I would like to thank you for your warm hospitality which I faced here in Italy. So I have to thank again for this. First, I would like to present my institute in Egypt. My name is Isam Wasif. I'm director for Agriculture Engineer Research Institute Egypt. This one institute of 17 institutes under the umbrella of Agriculture Research Center, Ministry of Agriculture. This year, the short name is, we call it ENG, and I will give you some about history about my institute. Is one of 17 institutes in Agriculture Research Center, the scientific and technical heart of the Ministry of Agriculture and Land Reclamation that focus on 3 parts: research and training and extension activity. The background of my institute is 1977. We was professionally established under the name of Mechanization Farming Institute. At that day, was interested for the seed bed preparation, agriculture mechanization operation system research, crop handling processing research, and biological engineer research. This is a chart of the how many researchers we have. We have 89. We have engineering 136, temporary 60, and the other 99, technical 113, and administrative is 116. The harm is like that, is not as in good, but we are going to be more suitable, you know. The branches in my institute is, we have 2 branches. One is Rice Mechanization Center. The place is in Miti Diba, Kafr Sheikh Governorate. The other one is Tractor and the Machinery Testing Center, is in Sabahiyya, it's in Alexandria Governorate. The first one is for Rice Mechanization Center, as I said, is in Miti Diba, Kafr Sheikh Governorate. And this is the activity which we have there, especially for rice, and established in 1984, this by JICA Japan. The center was, the center take the responsibility of the training course in the field of mechanization rice, transplanting and harvesting, Training center, we can take place for 50 trainee, and also we have 3 halls, it will be capacity 320 trainee. But we have 50 trainee, it can for all, you can say for what you call it, إعاشة. Yes, for all days, you know, so we can accommodation, you know, yes. The other one is in Alexandria, as I said, is tractor and agriculture machinery testing station. This is in Sabahia, in Alexandria. Governorate is about 200 kilometers from Cairo, from the capital. We have supporting unit. We have national lab for testing on-farm irrigation equipment. And also we have central lab of introduction of the measurement machine. The national lab for testing on-farm irrigation equipment, we have ISO 17025, and we have test a lot of kind of the irrigation, starting from the pumping and filter and the drip and all kind. This is dripper, we tested, and also this is for pumping and this for filter. So a lot of kind of the fitting of the irrigation equipment. And also we have central lab on instrumentation of the measurement at the researcher people use it to make a research. The mechanization also in NRE we have unit, we can say it, mechanization technology service. It's established in 1986, and we separated a lot of area. This is introduced mechanization service for small farmer, companies, governmental organization, and the non-governmental also organization. And we have this as example. We have laser systems here, and this is what this Kaharo work. And also for seed bed preparation, surface and laser leveling, mechanization, planting and harvest, and also post-harvest. Also in farm irrigation system. Site of the agriculture mechanization technology. This is the site of the governorate, and this is the number of the site. Sometimes you face one governorate has 3 site or 3 unit of the mechanization technology surface. The activity in AMRI to develop and modifying agriculture machinery and the component of irrigation, to carrying out applied research studies needed for different farming operation, for field and horticulture crop, as well as the animal production operation, carrying and applied research studies, improve system on farm irrigation management to reutilize of irrigation water, fertilizer, and conserve the environment. Also performing farming system analysis for modern technique used in agriculture and carrying out economical study and mechanized farming operation, carrying an applied research of utilization of traditional and untraditional energy resource, which we should make it like that. We need, because we have a shortage of the water, energy so in different agriculture operation, to reutilize the use of energy quantitatively and qualitatively. Transferring of appropriate technology to rural area and non-new lands, and training personnel in different aspects of agriculture, engineer, operation, and system, stressing on local manufacture of agriculture equipment and the machinery to replace important things. stressing on bioengineering technologies such as waste recycling, water treated, and the equipment system, environment, and organic agronomy engineering. Okay, this is the activity of seed bed preparation, as you see, and laser alignment. Contribute a local production of the agricultural equipment, cooperate with the private sector, as you see here. Some prototype which we had it which we make it in my institute, as you see here, for a tank, for compost tiller, and unit chopper, and you also the window tiller, or window turning machine. This is a prototype. We have 3 systems of this manufacturing in institute. Also for reed palm weevil control, we have this also. We have manufactured about 36 units. And this is the current project in my institute. One for new appropriation for measuring crop evapotranspiration, updating crop different in Egypt. This is funded from STDF. The second project which developed the biogas production and utilization system, also funded by the Ministry of Agriculture. And this is very important project, innovative for the technology of medium capacity for silos, for green silos, cereals, 210, and this is funded also from SCDF. The current also project production of the spare part of agricultural equipment for advanced iron casting, also funded from SDF. This is the national project of the field and irrigation development, which it's very important for us to save the water instead of the open channel, and we used the pumps and the line. This is what I would like to show there. This is the first one, is pump system, use it for pressure, and this is canal. Instead of to channel, we have to put it the line for PVC pipes, and the end of the PVC is this valves, which farm uses for the irrigation. So it means we save a lot of water, it was lost for the transportation from the source until the end to the farm. This is, you call it, national project for the field irrigation development. The human resource, we are caring for this training and international conference and academic degree. This was the third international conference in Cairo, Agriculture and Bioengineering, November 2013, and we plan to make another one in 15. This is the current situation, number of thresher machine in Egypt and for seed drill in Egypt, number of sprayers, number of the farm pumping. The future is to solve the field problem and to improve crop and to develop irrigation system improvement. This is the good part of my presentation, is to cooperation. This international donor for agency and helping the government, this it was in 2006. Italian Trade Center in Cairo, also we have this cooperation sector service in Egypt in 2000, and food processing package and cold storage in agriculture machinery in Egypt, recent situation in 2007. And this is the, we can say the mega project in Egypt is between Egyptian and Italian for agriculture machinery. This is sustainable agriculture mechanization system improvement in Minya and Fayoum Governorate, And as you say, is dealing with three parts: energy and agriculture mechanization sector and extension sector. This is the two sides which the project is going to stay in the Fayoum area and Minya. It's two sides of project, Italian project. And this is the item of main crop which we needed to mechanize in Minya and Fayoum. And as you say here from the project, we have here the main crop for lethal leveling in Egypt. We cannot get up 40, so we needed 60 to become 100. So you can see here the current percentage of the operation of mechanization in Egypt. This is the item and the number of the machines which needed in Fayoum area. As you see, tractor. Okay. Thank you, sir, for attention. It's okay.